Hello, this webinar is titled Voting, 4 Principles of Voting Found in the Declaration of Independence, and it's totally based on an article by Dr. Peter Lillback, How to Vote from the Historic Judeo-Christian Perspective. He's the director of Providence Forum and president of Westminster Theological Seminary. His specialty area is in the area of historical theology. Thankfully, a remnant remains that still get the integration of biblical faith in civil society. The Declaration of Independence. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. The first principle of voting based on the Declaration of Independence is that our laws should reflect God's law. In this remarkable political document, it includes this idea in the first sentence, and it guided our nation for 2 centuries of our history. Second part of the Declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The second principle for voting is that our right to vote is a gift from God, because it's the right to protect these unalienable rights listed in the Declaration of Independence. The third section of the Declaration that guides us. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions. They were basically placing themselves under the accountability of God to measure their hearts. And so the third principle for voting, according to the Declaration, is that we're accountable to God as citizens for our vote. Do we cherish our vote like a talent bestowed upon us that we're to use to steward freedom and liberty forward to future generations, or do we discard it and treat it as so much trash? And then finally, and for the support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. What's the fourth principle that we can discern from the Declaration? That we can trust God as we seek to do what is just. Let's conclude with these words from Benjamin Franklin as we reflect on this. I have lived, sir, a long time, and the longer I live, the more convincing proofs I see of this truth, that God governs in the affairs of men. And if a sparrow cannot fall to the ground without his notice, is it probable that an empire can rise without his aid? We have been assured, sir, in the sacred writings, that except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. I firmly believe this, and I also believe that without his concurring aid we shall succeed in this political building no better than the builders of Babel. We shall be divided by our partial local interest, our projects will be confounded, and we ourselves shall become a reproach and byword down to future ages. Benjamin Franklin on the floor of the Constitutional Convention. So we can trust God as we seek to implement these principles, that our laws should reflect God's law, our right to vote is a gift from God, we are accountable to God as citizens for our vote, and we can trust God as we seek to do what is just. This is Christian Civics Training. Thanks for listening.